All right, Austin Grammer, the #1 seed for the Surfside PBA New York Classic. How, how do you even begin to process that you're one game away in your rookie season from winning your first title?
I don't know if it's really hit me yet, honestly. I just kind of was bowling, and then I got approached by a bunch of people, and I don't know. It hasn't hit me yet.
During your match with Shota there, you guys go the distance, 7 games. At what point did it even hit you like, okay, if I win this match, I'm going to make the show and I'm going to be the #1 seed?
About frame 3 of Game 7, I saw that Darren lost, and I saw that Vi lost, and I was like, if I just win, I'm the 1 seed. And I was like, I better lock in, and I locked in.
Yeah, how were you able to do so? At the end of Game 6, Shota's cruising. The right lane, it looked like you had no idea what was going on in the right lane.
So don't.
How were you able to put together the front nine the last game and put yourself in this position?
Well, I really liked my look on the left lane because it was hooking more in like the right spots, and so I just made a ball change, and I was like, I'm gonna commit to the ball change and see what happens, and was able to catch the double and got a break, and then it was pretty much over.
All right, Austin, you have some TV experience. You bowled in the Intercollegiate Team Championship. You won with Weber in 2024. You also made the singles show in 2023 with Weber. What can you take away from your college experience on TV and apply to the CW on Sunday?
Well, I've also made it for junior gold, and I think each time I've gotten a little bit better. It's slowed down a little bit more. It wasn't as fast as the first time. The first time it was like I looked up and I was in frame 7, and I was like, how did I get here? But I think it's just going to be a little bit slower. I can make sure to take my time, make good shots, and see what happens.
All right, 23 years old from Hammersville, Ohio. What should PBA fans who are just learning about who you are, what should they know about you?
Big gamer, like video games. So that's what I do in my off time.
All right. You made the top 16 in Missouri, and you beat Ryan Barnes in 7 games, and then lost Anthony Nyer. I think I can still see this. I can remember the 7-pin that you left to lose that match. So I can imagine that you probably go to sleep at night seeing that 7-pin still standing.
Yeah.
How satisfied are you to break through and make the show here?
Well, truthfully, against Nyer, I was really happy with my Game 7. I thought I threw 10 really good shots, and it just didn't go my way. And I figured if I kept making 10 good shots in a Game 7, eventually it would come to me. So, and it did earlier than I expected, honestly.
Yeah, you're the latest rookie this season to have an incredible performance. It's one of the, if not the best rookie class we've seen in quite a long time. How much confidence does that give you, or maybe motivation, knowing 2 rookies have already won this year, and you could be the 3rd?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I'm happy for them, and I'm really happy that the rookie class is going to show out. But I feel like I picked the wrong year to come out here. You know, all the rookies are doing really good things, and hopefully I can join them.
What's been the key for you, like learning throughout the season here? I know you didn't bowl the first event or so, but you've been bowling throughout the season, competing against these guys. What they do to the lanes in terms of transition is different than anything you've probably seen before. So what have you learned throughout the season in terms of how your game works out here?
Well, truthfully, I really like to throw urethane, and that's kind of been like a big hump to get over because we've had too many mills to really throw urethane, it feels like. And so I feel like my look with reactive from left has been like pretty good before I came out here. So I thought if we got there, I could be able to compete. Truthfully, these guys are really good, and that wasn't quite the case. But yeah, just making sure I dial in some balls for the fresh that give me a chance outside of the urethane, and that's been working out pretty well. Luckily, this week we were able to throw urethane, so it didn't really matter. But
Well, you won't have to worry about the fresh on Sunday. You're going to have to wait, 3 matches, and then you're going to bowl for the title. How excited are you for that opportunity?
really excited. You know, I really enjoyed my time on TV all 3 times, and I'm really happy to be back. Hopefully, I can get over the hump this time and actually win one.
I saw you on your phone a bit during the last match. Were you talking with someone, trying to just kind of stay in the moment and keep even keel? Who were you talking to?
My guy Tyler Gromlovitz. He is a ex-teammate, one of the friends that I have, and he's kind of been my ball rep a little bit out here watching bowl TV and stuff. And so I was kind of talking to him, making sure I stayed calm, just trying to treat it like any other match that I bowled. Not really trying to treat it like a Game 7, just treat it like Game 1, honestly.
For you, I noticed you don't have a giant sponsor logo on your chest there. So, How is it? How do you think it is competing without a primary sponsor and having the opportunity to throw a bunch of different bowling balls out here?
There's a benefit and a downside. Obviously, the benefit is you get all three companies. You know, maybe if one's killing them, you can go grab one of them or something. But I feel a little more hesitant to ask people to drill things, and so I feel like it falls you behind a little bit as well because you're not really drilling as much as other guys. But it's been nice being able to like go back and forth.
Well, I feel like there's a good chance after Sunday somebody's going to be handing you a pen and paper. All right, Austin, you're going to bowl for a tour title. Has it, as we've been talking here, has it begun to hit you that you're a game away from being a PBA Tour champion?
Not yet, truthfully, not yet. But I'm excited.
Who were some of your idols that you looked up to on the tour?
I really liked Mike Fagan's game. I thought he threw it really cool, and I was always two-handed, but I really thought like if I could be one-handed, I want to throw it like him.
Interesting. I always love when two-handers say they watched a one-hander.
Yep.
Do you have any family in attendance this week or coming to the show?
Yeah, they're gonna fly in. My mom, my dad, a couple of my friends said they were gonna fly in. Tyler, like I mentioned earlier, said he's gonna come, but I probably have him be my ball rep for the show because I feel most comfortable with him. So.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see you on Sunday. Austin Grammer bowling for the Surfside PBA New York Classic title.
Thank you.
All right, Patrick Dombrowski making his second show of the season here at the Surfside PBA New York Classic. No players won 2 titles this year. You have a chance to become the first to do so and really establish yourself. How excited are you for that opportunity?
I'm just taking one frame at a time, one shot at a time, and just trying to throw it better and hopefully come out on top like the U.S. Open. It'd be great to get the second win of the season, be front runner of the Player of the Year. That'd be sweet.
That'd be.
Still got to catch EJ in points.
You won the U.S. Open earlier this year, as you just mentioned, obviously. What has it been like for you, just life-wise? I'm sure you've shown up to pro-ams and tournaments, asking for more. Fans want more autographs and more photos, and confidence has to be sky high for you. So, what's the last 5-6 weeks been like for you?
Oh, it's just same. Just going to the pro-am, everybody coming up to me, asking autographs. It's a great feeling. Just trying to grow the sport more. Whatever I can do to help out.
What's been working so well for you this year? Obviously, you've been a consistent force out here the last few years, but I mean, 2 shows, a major title. Something feels a little bit different about you this year.
I just feel like I'm reading the patterns better. Ball choices are getting better, and then of course just listen to the ball reps, see what they're seeing, and me throwing it better, pretty much. So just trying to do what I can do.
You took down Darren Tang tonight in a 4-0 sweep there, but at the end of Game 3, Darren had a shot to win the match and really even things up there. He opened in the 10th frame, opened the door for you a little bit. How important was it for you to step up there in the 10th and seize that game when the moment presented itself?
Like the AJ match, I wasn't trying to look at anything. I was just trying to focus on my next shot, just trying to throw it where I wanted to, and then get some breaks and strike and beat my opponent. But yeah, he gave me the opening, and I just took advantage of it.
You top qualifier earlier this week and 4-0 and 4-1 match victories. You're making it look pretty easy out here. What does it take in order to make it look so easy? Because it is not easy.
It's not easy out here. I'm just trying to do what I can, just capitalize on their mistakes, and just taking one shot at a time and trying to stay ahead of them and not fall behind.
All right. The number 2 seed once again. Feel like a bit of a good luck charm for you?
I've been doing the numbers, 2 seed, second time this year, going for the second title, second tournament of the year, second show. Just it's a lot of 2s going on, so hopefully we can get the second win.
All right,
Sunday.
Pat, we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Riley Woodard.
Yes, sir.
Making your TV debut this Sunday in the Surfside PBA New York Classic. I don't think this is where you thought you would be a week ago.
Man.
Let the PBA fans know this whirlwind of a week, because I believe you were in Utah or in Idaho bowling a totally different tournament, and when you got the call from the tournament director.
Yeah, 100%. So I've been bowling PTQs all year and did not know that the last event and this one were open fields. And so I found out in like Missouri that these were open fields and they were already sold out. So I was on the wait for last week and this week. Didn't get into last week, and then got the email at like 8:30 p.m. Friday night that I got in here. We were on our way to Boise, so I was still in Utah, but on my way to Idaho to bowl something that weekend. And yeah, booked a flight. I had to get to the airport at like 7 a.m. Salt Lake and fly here. I missed the practice squad. Only brought 6 balls, but obviously the reps have been great. I've drilled a couple balls since I've been here, and yeah, crazy last minute. Just trying to make the most of it.
Missed the practice session. Your first 2 games were 279, 259.
Yeah.
How were you able to just come in here and just perform at your best like that?
I mean, you saw the pattern online. I knew it was 38 feet, and I knew that I really liked the IQ 78U. My urethane ball does the right thing a lot, and so just kind of take what the lanes give me. You know, get the practice that we get before we bowl, and just see what's out there. So, yeah.
You won Northwest Rookie of the Year, I believe, 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Had a really strong performance at the RPI this year.
Yeah.
And then this is your first year on the national tour, correct?
Uh-huh.
So, what was the ambition to come out here this season?
Dude, just my whole life. Grew up in a bowling center and watching bowling, and this has been the dream forever. This has always been the goal. This has always been what we've been working towards. So I decided not to bowl in college, and instead just start bowling regionals and start bowling adult tournaments and getting experience like that, and just working my way up. So once I felt that I was pretty competitive at a regional level, I thought the next step was come out here and do it now. So yeah, trying to just make the most of it, kind of make a name for myself and compete. So
You're off to a pretty strong start here. 4-1, 4-0 wins after a bye.
Crazy.
How were you able to be so successful this week?
I have no idea. Ethan Kraus was the first match, and the pair was rough, and there was a lot of close games. And he throws it amazing. I saw him for the first time at the U.S. Open, and like he throws the ball very well. Just threw the shots when I needed them in the big spots. Got out of that one 4-0, and then Kris threw the ball amazing too. I made a little bit better choices with ball motion and was able to stay in urethane the first 3 games. Got like 7-10 out of it or something like that, and made the move reactive, made good shots, and I can't believe that I went 4-0 in the last match. I mean, Kris threw the ball amazing, and I just got the hits when I needed them. So,
I saw you bowl at the Masters, and you're up pretty big on Anthony Simonson, and it didn't end it ended how most matches with Simonson go at the Masters at Thunderbolt. But what lessons did you learn from that match in particular that you maybe applied this week, or you just learned from in general?
Yeah, I mean, nothing is over till it's over, and I told myself that a million times against Kris. There was a couple times where they were all close, but I mean, I never felt like it was out of my control, and it was just make this shot, do it right, and just always be thinking a shot ahead too. Like the transition happens so fast. These guys are the best in the world, and the lanes move quick. It's sometimes unpredictable. Just think ahead, make the shot, trust everything. So,
All right, you're going to be bowling on TV on Sunday for a PBA Tour title. What excites you most about that opportunity?
Everything. A little exposure, to be honest. I plugged my Insta on Packy's channel. Everybody watching this, go follow my Insta. But yeah, just making a name for myself, really. Trying to just show that I belong here. Keep working my way up. So, yeah.
All right, this is your rookie season. 2 rookies have already won titles this year. Another rookie's in the number 1 seed.
It's insane.
What do you make of this year's rookie class?
It's insane. I was telling the guys back at the Airbnb earlier and a couple of buddies, this rookie class is wild. And I wasn't one of the ones who was given an exemption through college bowling or through the RPI or anything like that. And so, like, obviously my shot at Rookie of the Year isn't quite as strong. But just to show that I kind of belong with some of these younger guys out here and that I can make a name for myself too is super important to me. So,
yeah, Nick Pate and Mitch Hoope said you're sleeping on their couch this week.
yeah.
How important has it been for you to have kind of some veteran?
It's the greatest. That first match against Ethan, they were back there every shot. Like, slow down, trust the process, be patient, make the shot. And I mean, it's just being around guys who are in the position you want to be in, learning from them. Just, yeah, Packy, Nick, Mitch. Packy's been paying me to film for him when I miss PTQs. So, I mean, that, like, helps you stay out here and afford that, too. Like, I can't say enough about all the guys, to be honest. They've all been so great. So,
Even when you bowl a PTQ and you don't make it through, and you just get to watch these guys throughout the week,
100%.
I'm sure you're learning tons.
And like they talk to me, they're not like there's no I'm better than you with any of them, and so like I can ask them questions as they're bowling, whether it be good or bad, and they've all been pretty vocal with me, and it's helped me a lot to learn. So.
All right, Riley, we're gonna see you bowling for a tour title on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Kris Prather, the number 4 seed for the Surfside PBA New York Classic. The smile is pretty big here. A breakthrough performance for you this season.
Yeah.
What was the key to unlocking that?
Honestly, it was just really focusing and trying to throw as many good shots as I possibly could. I feel like this year has just kind of been an emotional roller coaster because I've been physically bowling the best I ever have. Like from start of the season to right now, like it's the most prepared I've been, and it really hasn't amounted to much of anything, right? I've made every cut except for the Masters and the U.S. Open, where the U.S. Open I got sick. I didn't eat for the last 2 blocks of the U.S. Open. Missed Decatur because of it. And then at the Masters, I had 2 really tough pairs to end and just couldn't find enough score. So the fact that I finally got to match it all up and have a really good week and make the show is just feels like a load off the shoulders, you know?
Yeah, we've talked a lot over the years about just the mental grind of the season, the ups and downs day to day, week to week, year to year. So what have you learned over the years of how to manage that and how to make sure that you're at your best mentally?
Honestly, the thing that I remind myself of is I have to believe in myself, and I have to believe that whatever I'm doing is the correct option, right? It doesn't matter if someone in the stands doesn't agree with whatever I'm doing, or even if the ball reps don't agree, right? If I believe with everything I have and I have the confidence in it, then it's going to be the right thing. And today it was just like, all right, we're going to break the pairs down. We're going to throw better shots than my opponent, and I'm just going to will the pins over.
Took 3 match wins to get you on this show. You knocked off the top seed, Kyle Troop, earlier today. What does it take to win a best of 7 match out here against the best in the world?
A lot of grit, a lot of determination, and whenever the momentum shifts, because in a best of 7, there's so many opportunities for momentum to change, and you could even be up in the match and that momentum shift. You know, someone makes a split or trips out a split for a strike, like goes Brooklyn, like any of those things can change the momentum, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm only up 20, and you just kind of have that like sense of, man, I gotta be better, right? And trying to stay in the moment and focus on the things that you can control is the biggest thing that I've learned over the years, to just be like, stay within myself, focus on the things that I can control, and no matter what my opponent does, just let it be and don't even think about it. I think in that last match against Sanders, he had 2 or 3 Brooklyns, and it is what it is, right? It's not like he's trying to go Brooklyn, right? He just happened to miss by enough to do it.
You're going to have to climb the ladder to win this title. You've done that before in your career.
Oh, yeah.
How much more confidence do you have at this point in your career, knowing that you've done it? You've won 4 straight matches on a Sunday to win a title. How much confidence does that give you going into Sunday?
Honestly, I think that for me, getting comfortable on the pair and getting a little bit of momentum, like I was talking about, if I get out of the first or second match, somebody's going to have to bowl really, really well to have a chance of beating me, because once I see what's happening on the lane and I get comfortable, I don't think that the confidence is going to waver at all.
All right. We'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Kris Prather, the number 5 seed for the Surfside PBA New York Classic. Probably not the seed you would have wanted coming into tonight, but you're still alive. You still got a shot at this title. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, frustrated for sure. I felt like I bowled really, really well and had absolutely nothing to show for it. A couple bad breaks here and there, but Riley bowled fantastic. 4-0 sweep, and he almost averaged 250 at me. So not a whole lot I could have done, but execution-wise, I felt like I bowled really, really well. So hopefully see if I can, kind of transfer that into the show. I hopefully got a lot more bowling left to do. So, if I'm throwing it like I did tonight, I'm going to take my chances against most people.
Yeah, a lot of great shots tonight. What was your mentality heading into the match, knowing that with the win you're the 1 seed, with the loss you'd still be on the show as the 5 seed?
Yeah, I mean, I tried not to think about, if I lost that I was still going to be on the show, just simply because, I'm not coming here just to try to make a TV show. I'm coming here to try to win. So, I really wanted to take advantage of the opportunity that was given to me to be able to grab that number 1 seed and only need to win 1 match. So, I try to treat it as any other match. I felt like I had a really good game plan of, what I wanted to do with the lanes. And it seemed like I almost made them a little bit better for Riley as well. But, I mean, we both bowled well. We both had some pretty high scores. So, unfortunately, it just didn't go my way.
I feel like the scores have been pretty high the first game or so, and then the transition can get a little bit funky. What are your expectations for the show on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see, typically on TV shows, a lot more bodies in the bowling center. They get a little bit warmer. Tends to hook a little bit earlier and a little tighter down lane. So I'll be interested to see if urethane is even an option, because it is already kind of, every rerun, it's already kind of getting a little bit fishy here and there, or people are throwing it for a little bit less period of time. So yeah, I'll be interested to see, if we're even able to get a match out of it, just because there's going to be a lot more practice on the pairs. So we may even get to that transition before the lights even come on for TV. So, try to keep an open mind, see what's going to happen. I'm bowling Prather, so, I feel like he's probably not going to be throwing the urethane ball if I had to take a guess. So, we'll see. I got to be aggressive, because if the urethane ball is just controlling the pocket and not going through the pins the right way, that could be an early exit for me. So we'll have to see.
All right, you had a really strong performance last week in Ohio. How were you able to ride that strong performance into this one? A lot of times it seems like players have a great performance and it kind of leads to a bit of a hangover the next week. So how were you able to ride the momentum and make another show here?
Yeah, I've just been trying to keep it simple, honestly. I haven't been throwing a bunch of different bowling balls. I've been bringing smaller amounts of bowling balls to pairs or to practice, or out to my squads, and just trying to work with kind of what I have there. I feel like for me personally, sometimes I get kind of trapped in my own head and try to start thinking about too many different things, and rather than just kind of going out there and letting the ball do the work, or manipulating it whatever way I need to get it to go through the pins the right way. So I've just tried to keep the bowling ball side of things a little bit more simple. I feel like I've got a pretty good progression of bowling balls that are play off of one another. I've just been, if this is happening, I'm throwing this ball. If something else happens, I can go right to this ball. And I kind of know how they play off each other. So, I've just tried to keep the arsenal side of things pretty simple. And thankfully that, the last 2 weeks, similar bowling balls have worked well, even though they're drastically different scoring paces and different, patterns in different parts of the lane. But kind of what we've needed to see has been rather similar. So, yeah.
All right, Kris, we'll see you on Sunday.
All right, man. Thank you.